everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Annette. Thank you so much for tuning in. Today I bring you this beautiful bracelet. It's very beachy and I'm making them with a couple of 8mm beads that I purchased at One Glance. If you haven't seen that video, I'm going to link it somewhere around here. But I love this little turtle shell. It's so cute, and I'm using some mother pearls too. And I have some jade and some faceted crystals. So I've already measured this. I know I'm a 7-inch, 6.5 or 7, but I want it loose on my hand, so I don't want it too tight. So I'm making it bigger. And I've just put it around here to measure it. But I am also going to do it over here on the measuring board, because this bead board, if it's a 7, it fits me perfect. And sometimes when I put it here, it just turns out to be a little bit too big. So I'm going to begin by just picking up my beads, and I'm just going to put it right there. And I'm just going to lay it exactly how I want my bracelet to look. And it might not be just the perfect positioning, but once we get it on, it's going to look very beautiful. And what I did was I did 2 faceted beads right here, and then I put a round bead there, because I want 2, and then a round jade here, and I think that's going to look really pretty. So let's see how this comes out to be, if it comes out to be the correct size. And sometimes you just have to string the whole thing, which I'm using stretchy cord to do it. And once I'm putting it right here, but once I put it on the stretchy cord, you're gonna see how that's just gonna shrink a little bit, because these beads are not positioned in the right way. So I just want to make sure I have all my beads here for when I put everything in place. I love these little matte ones. They're so cute. I'm going to put one of these, then one of these, and then this one. And I want the knot to be somewhere in here where the shell bead is, because these are the bigger holes. So I want to make sure that knot goes through in there. So that's going to be my end area where I'm going to put that stretchy cord. And I'm going to use elasticity cord. And of course you're going to need some cutters to cut the stretchy cord. So let me get back with that. Okay, so I am going to, let me zoom out really quick. Okay, so we're going to be using elastic, and I have 2, and I want to show you. This one is 0.80mm, and this one's 1mm. And it's important that you look at your stretchy that you have stretchy wire or cord, because this thickness, this tiny difference of a thickness, it's can make a difference when it comes to going through your beads. So this one, as you can see, is a little bit thicker, and I don't know, I'm not even sure you can see that, but I'm gonna try to put them like this together. This thickness is bigger than this thickness by just almost nothing, but it does make a difference. Let me see if I can hold it right there so you can see. It does make a difference when it comes to your beads, and let me show you how. This one's a thicker stretchy cord, so I'm just going to grab one of these. These beads, the hole in it, it's very small, so this stretchy cord is not going in with it. If I take the 0.80mm and I take the same bead, I have to measure and make sure that's going to go through, because the worst thing is to go to the store, buy the beads you want, and not have the right stretchy cord to do it with. So we're going to use this smaller one to go through those beads, okay? So after you have cut your stretchy cord, which I have right here, let me zoom out so you can see a little bit better. Measure it, give yourself a little bit of more length, but always stretch the cord, stretch it, pre-stretch it, okay? Pre-stretch it all the way through. I think this is a big piece, but it was an extra piece that I had from a previous project, so I'm using it. And now I'm gonna cut this in because it doesn't look right. Okay, and now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start putting it through my cord, but before that, let me show you something else. 2 things. You're gonna need some GS Hypo Cement glue for that stretchy cord. I always like to use it. I like to do certain knots that don't require it, but with this elasticity from Beaded, for some reason the knot don't stay. Although I tighten it as hard as I can, It could be a week or 2 weeks from now. It just kind of gets loose. I don't know why. I've had a couple bracelets do that. So I'm taking just an additional step and just putting this GS Hypo Cement on it, okay? So make sure you have that on hand. And then the other trick is that I use these little clamps just to hold this at the end right here so no beads can go through it. Okay, so let's do that. I'm gonna move a couple of things here that I have that are on my way. I'm just gonna put this bead, and the reason I'm doing this one is because, like I mentioned before, the hole is bigger, so I want my knot to be hidden there. Okay, and these you can put however you want because they're just front and back, or however you want them to look. And I just make that decision from before. You can do it one forward, one backward, which is what I'm gonna do. And when I say that, I mean, I'm gonna put my other bead in here. And then this one, I'm gonna face it this way. That way, when I come down, see how one is facing this way and one that way? I mean, both of them can be front or back, but I want them like this because I think with the bracelet finish, it's gonna look pretty. Okay, let me put this in here. And as you know, I'm just gonna string all the beads in here, and I'm going to do a little fast forward for you so you don't have to sit there and watch me do this whole thing. So now, let's see how big this really turned out to be. Now that everything is positioned the way I want it, it's a 7 1/4, which is exactly what I'm looking for. Okay, so I'm just gonna do an overhand knot, okay? And then I'm going to do another overhand knot, but this time I'm going to go in twice. I'm going to do 1 and 2. Okay, over and over. Okay, and I'm keeping some tension down here while I string this because that's the toughest part. So I'm keeping tension down here, and then I'm going to try to knot it there. Okay. And you can do this a couple of times. See, I want some tension there, but then this is gonna go inside that hole, so it's not gonna bother anybody. So let me zoom in a little bit. You can see where the hole is? That's gonna go in there. And I think I'm gonna do that one more time. It's not necessary, but one more time. So 1, oops, 1, and another, and again 2. Okay. And this is where I'm going to put my glue, just to be on the safe side. There we go. Just going to open this a little bit. I'm just going to put it there. I want to make sure it stays in there. Oops. Is this coming out? Yeah. There we go. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of pull it from this side so that knot goes somewhat in there. There we go. Let me cut these 2 ends. Obviously, I have to cut them because if I don't cut them, oh, there you go. I don't want to cut them too close to it, but I don't want to cut it too far away from it. I keep using my wire cutters. I shouldn't do that. There we go. Now this should be able to go in here, no problem. There we go. Now it's in there. See how you don't see anything? And you see how cute that ends up being? Now let's try it. That's a perfect bracelet. See, I don't want it too tight. I like it kind of loose, but not too loose. See how cute that looks? It's very beachy, very cute. I love the little shells, how they came out. Look at these. These can move around. They look adorable. And my little turtle shell. That is so cute. Okay, I'm going to do a couple more bracelets, and I'm just going to fast forward through it and show you at the end what I came up with. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe. So we just finished doing this beautiful bracelet, and I'm going to create this other one right here. I had one bead that matched this set, so I'm moving it over to here, and then I found some mother of pearl shells that I had. So I'm putting those there. These are bigger, these are smaller. And again, I'm using the same elastic cord, 0.80. And I'm going to take this out. I don't think I need too much. I think that's good. And again, I'm going to pre-stretch it like before. Okay. And then all I'm going to do is just put everything together. So I'm going to pinch this right here. And then I will be back. So after I finished it, I love how it looks. I'm just not happy with the accent bead. So I'm going to go into my stash and let me pull this one out. If you haven't seen my video on this bead, I think this is going to look super cool if I do an accent bead with this. I think that's exactly what I'm going to do. But I'm going to definitely remove this from here, which is fine. I'm going to put 2 of these here. And the reason I'm doing that is because I'm going to make a knot and I want that hole, that knot to be hidden by those 2 little spacers. I have 2 more over here that I'm using. They're like little flower spacers. There we go. And now it's gonna look super nice. Look how pretty. I think now I'm more in love. Let's measure this one more time. And I am missing some beads because remember, I know the size that I am. And last time I was 7 1/4, so this one was that size. So I'm missing a couple of beads here. So I'm going to have to pull this out and put a couple more beads in here, which is fine because I have extras over here. This is part, that's why I say measure, measure, measure before you start cutting, because you don't know what you're going to end up with. So we'll see. I think 3 might be just enough. Yep, 3 might be just enough. Yep, that's all I need, 3. I'm going to put this one here. Now, what's fun about creating these bracelets when you don't know what kind of combo you're going to create, or you think you're going to do one thing and then it ends up being something else, is that we have now included, you see, now that's to my size. So now I know when I close it, it's going to be the perfect size for me. And I'm going to create the knot here so the knot can go in that hole. Let me zoom in so you can see. I'm going to create the knot on this side so that can go in there. It's not bothering, it's not shown anywhere. The good thing about me including this bead right here is that now my 3rd bracelet can be a mix of this bead and this bead. So we're making, and then this one ties into this bracelet. So those 3 can be a set. So let me tie a knot right here. So remember, I'm holding tension here. So I'm going 1 over, and then over again, and over again. Okay, I'm holding tension down here, and then I'm going to pull that. Oops, I want to pull it. So that knot is going to go in there. But remember, I'm going to put a little bit of glue in there because I don't want anything coming undone. And it has happened to me. So I have to kind of open this right here and hold it with a little bit of tension. I take my glue. Oh no, there we go. And I'm going to put some glue here. Just a little bit, we don't need much. See if this is where, yeah, it's coming out. I always get confused when this comes out or not. Just going to put a little bit there. And not much because I don't want a lot. Just want a little bit so it can hold it in place. Put this back in here. Just a little bit so I can hold it in place. Can you see that? And then now I'm going to cut these two. And I want to cut them short, but not too short. So I'm going to pull this right here. Gosh, why can I make it complicated? I'm just going to cut it right very close to it, but not quite. And then when I pull this, I want to make sure that goes in there. See how it's going in there? And that way, well, there we go. There we go. That's what I want. That way you don't see it too much. It's kind of in there, but you don't quite see it. Okay? Now I have my second bracelet finished. Look how cute both of these look. Boing. There we go. Look how cute those look. Isn't that a cutie right there? Okay. Now I'm going for my third bracelet. My third bracelet is going to have a mix of this bead, and these beads right here. I'm not going to put no spacers in between that one. So let's go for our third bracelet. And again, let's measure this. 6. Perfect. That's perfect there. This one will be too loose. You see how that's too big right here? You don't want that. You want it perfectly in place. Okay. And the rest of the beads that I have right here should be more than enough for me to add additional beads to this side and be done with it. There we go. That's for there. I have one more here. Okay. I have some of these little shells right here. And I'm just going to put a couple of them, and I'm just going to do little stragglers like in different places instead of putting them all in the front like the other one. I'm just going to use different colors. So these are going to go there. This one's going to go here. Let me put a blue one. Put a green one in the center. There we go. Let's do this one here. So oops, that one looks like it's been nipped. Pick another one. Let's put a green one since I have them green, blue, green, blue, green. There you go. And then I'm going to pick a couple of these beads, but I want to be very selective when I pick because I want them to kind of sort of match that green. I mean, all of them are beautiful, but I want to be a little bit selective on which ones I want. I think I'm going to try this lighter one. So I'm going to put that one. It has kind of a yellow tone to it though. I don't want that yellow in there, so not that one, but this one looks very blue and green. Let's see if there's another one here. Well, you know what? There's two of these that look somewhat the same, but I don't want it to ruin what I've created already. I mean, it's not like it's going to ruin it, but I just want to make sure I pick what I want. See these right here? This is the one I'm looking for. Yeah, this one. So I'm going to put this back in here. I'm going to open the other side. And I'm going to get the bead that I want. That's a cool thing about having these strands. You can pick whatever you want to create whatever you like to create. So I'm going to make a little knot here so these don't fall. There you go. I'm going to open this side. Use this here. I know this video is a little bit longer than my usual videos, but I thought it would be nice to create a complementary set and how you get to that. Okay, where's the bead that I wanted? This one right here. I want this one right there because it has those swirlies. Let me see if I find another one here that this one right here looks really pretty. Might be able to put it somewhere in the center. Well, no. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put this one here and this one here or somewhere here. Just hold on. Let's see. Let me put that there. Okay. Do that. Okay, so I'm moving this. So I have 2, 3, and then I'm going to put my green. And then I have 2, 3, and then I'm going to put this one. I have 2, 3. I'm going to put my blue. I have 2, 3. I'm going to put my green. 2, 3. I'm going to put my blue 2, 3. I'm going to put my other bead. 3. I'm going to put my green right there. And then I guess I'm going to remove this one. That way I can have the 7.5. Yay! Okay. I think that's going to work. You just have to, I'm going to have to put all these in here like I'm all in the strand. That way I don't lose anything. So I'm going to put those there. And again, I'm going to grab my stretchy cord. Let me pull it some out of here. It's nice to see how a project can come together just by having one simple idea and then creating everything else. There we go. Stretch the cord one more time. Boink. Hold this one right here. Just like that. And start putting your beads in there. Now, this knot is going to be in between these 2 beads. And as you can see, I don't have a spacer here, which I should, because then it will be 6 and then the rest of the bracelet. And I think I don't want to miss on that. So I am going to put one more of these. Sometimes you just have to think ahead. So green, so it has to be blue. So let's pick a blue. Blue, there you go. Perfect. So let's start putting them all together. And I'm gonna fast forward like I've been doing. Okay, so I'm back. And guess what happened? I'm short because I didn't push this in enough. So it's gonna be, I'm gonna have to put some more beads here. And then again, another, I wanna put another shell in there. So let's, oh no, I can't do that because I ran out of my glass beads. So, what should I do? I should, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill this area with additional shell beads because I don't want to put another one of these. I just want to have 2. So randomly, I'm just going to pick from my little stash and I'm just going to put there a couple of them. I think that's going to look pretty. And I'm just picking them from there. I'm not in any random order. It's just whatever's available here. That's what I'm picking. There you go. Oh, this whole thing is stuck together. No. Okay. Oopsie. I mean, I guess I could put more beads in there, different beads, but I don't want to. I want to make sure I have just those right there. I think that's perfect. All right. Like our Texan Matthew McConaughey says. Okay, let's see here. Oh, that's pretty. That turned out pretty. Wow. I'm surprised. Okay. I'm going to tighten that there. This knot is going to fall just there because there's nothing else I can do about it. I can't hide it. And again, 1, 2, and I'm keeping tension and just pull it. Okay. 1, and you don't need to do this double time, but I'm doing it because that's how I roll. Pull it, and then I'm going to put some glue. A little bit. Can never see when it's coming out. There we go. I'm going to close this. Oopsie. There we go. And I'm going to cut this right here. Put a little bit of tension there. Oh, these turned out to be so pretty. Okay, I'm moving all of this so I can grab all my beautiful bracelets. This is so beachy and nice. Look how pretty these turned out. Zoom in. There we go. Wow. You know, sometimes I just amaze myself. Look how pretty. I love those accent beads. I love these. Everything turned out to be beautiful. You can't, hold on. And it's my perfect size. Look at that. Look at that. I love that. Could I have moved this to another place? I could have moved that to the back here, but since I improvised, I think I will redo this bracelet and I'll tighten this at the back where you can't see it instead of leaving it at the front where the accent beads are. Does that make sense? So that will be the only thing I would change on these, just to make it look finished and polished. But other than that, these turned out to be so pretty. And I love it now that I have a set of 3. I always like to wear these in 3s and 4s and how many, whatever I have. And then look at this. I'm loving this little polymer clay disc that I'm going to be using soon. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm sorry it took a little bit longer than usual. And until next time, God bless.